The love of money is the root of all evil. It's not that money in itself is evil. No, that's not what the Bible says. The love of money is the root of evil. People who love money more than they love human beings. They love money and the power that it gives them more than they love honor, goodness, respect, righteousness, holiness. They love money and the things that it provides for them rather than the things that are actually eternal. Money is a fleeting, momentary thing. It's like a piece of paper, like this little poster here. It's just a piece of paper. That's all it is. It represents something. It represents a means of exchange. And if you and I agree on that means of exchange, this piece of paper will do just fine. You see, the Federal Reserve is neither federal nor is it reserve. There's nothing backing up the American dollar rate now. The only thing backing up the American dollar rate now is the fact that people are paying interest on the money they borrow. And when we earn money, when we go out there and labor to pay back something we borrow, that's actually real currency we're paying into the system. The real currency is the labor that we put forth and contribute into the system. So this is how it works, the banking industry. They have a blank piece of paper, and they say, oh, you want money from us? Well, let's see if you qualify. Okay, you want X amount of dollars. Well, that's great. We'll give you X amount of dollars and you pay us back in interest. The money that they gave you, it didn't really come from any reserve. It wasn't backed by gold or silver or platinum. It was just a check that they wrote out to your bank account. Your ones and zeros got deposited, and now you have to labor for the next 30 years to pay it back. Or more. Some people take out loans and they'll never pay it back. Their children will pay it back. And we're saddled with the debt. We're told that America has this $12 trillion debt today. Is that really our debt? Is it really our debt? I made a video a while back on IOUSA. And it was my response to seeing the documentary about the national debt. And the more I do research on the national debt and the monetary system, the more I am convinced that it is the greatest sham on the American people and the world that we've ever seen. We've been duped, people. We've been fooled. And elite bankers have done this to the world. It's time that people like us, Christians and atheists and agnostics, worldwide unite against these people who want to destroy the American way of life. They're purposely imploding the dollar in order to bring in a new currency and to gain more power. This is a takeover. This is a monopoly takeover by power elites, globalists. These people don't have any American blood running through them. They are not patriots. They are greedy bastards. And I do mean bastards. They're fatherless children. They love money more than they love human beings. They are our taskmasters. They want to enslave us, trap us, and keep us on the rat race circular wheel. Our whole lives spent trying to pay back the debt we owe the bank. We work and work and work and work and spend our lives working For what? To pay back a lie? This system needs to be stopped. And how do we stop it? Here's my fix. The money you make, the money you earn, you get to keep it. The government should stop collecting tax on your labor. You earned it, you should keep it. Sure, the government needs to make some money in order to operate. I'm not against some form of fair taxation, like a singular tax, like a tax on goods and services that we buy. If we buy it, if I have money to buy something, then sure, I'll pay a little bit each time I buy something. Not a tax that is overburdening, but a small incremental tax that can be placed on purchases. But anything I earn should be kept. And that would be applied to everyone who's out there in the workforce working for a living. You know, it's a shame. It's really a shame that this government has saddled the majority of people with a heavy taxation, a taxation that's beyond what we should be carrying, a load that's way beyond. With all this money implosion and all the chaos that's going on monetarily, and we're still leaving taxation completely. Think about it. It's almost it's like a non-issue in the media. But taxation is the strap. It's the chain that holds down the majority of American citizens from actually achieving much in their lives. Think of if you could save the money you worked for. You could apply it to getting the things that you need, the goods and services that you actually need. When an American family works 12 months out of the year and 5 to 6 to 7 months out of that 12-month period goes to the government, this is a travesty. This is a injustice on the American people, and it needs to stop. We need to stop this madness. The money you make should be the money you keep. Why don't we hear politicians speak like this? And when politicians do speak like this, they're shut down and they're put into the back burner closet far away, and they're given the title crazies. You know, they're the tinfoil hat brigade. They're the kings of Jupiter. The fact of the matter is, we are in big trouble, and it's the globalists, it's the puppet masters up at the very, very top of this pyramid, the bankers that control and have bought every facet of influence in the world. And they're duping the American people. They've got you sucked into the TV, got you sucked into the sports, got you sucked in until you can't think anymore critically. How are we going to stop this? How are we going to shake the American people so they stop believing the lie and stop playing into the game? The Bible says that they will be throwing their money in the streets because it will have no value. We're living in the end times for sure. But do we as Christians just sit back and say nothing? Just let it happen? Or do we fight the good fight of faith? Do we rise up and call a spade a spade? Something stinks here. Something's dead and it's rotting, and we need to point it out. The emperor has no clothes. Let's wake up and let's stop pretending that this monetary system is actually sound. No, it's not fundamentally sound. It's fundamentally flawed. We need to take back the monetary system from the globalists, from the New World Order elite. We need to take it back and give it back to the American people. And until we do that, it's just going to be throwing money into the money hole. Keep your eye on the prize. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. Everything else is just a sham.
All the things you think of now, you know that you